I'm Dawn, also known as Knit and Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net for all of about a couple more days.
4 more days.
Yeah, so we normally have a scent of the month, which we're not because we are shutting down the shop. So this is actually the final week. So after Thursday, the shop will be closed. So if there's any last minute shopping that you want to do, please do it before Friday. And then we will be shutting the doors. I think that's about it. Thank you. Goodbye. No.
Yeah, we'll have to rework that whole.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to come up with something new and
although we'll
flashy.
always be Wolf Farms because we live on.
That's true.
Wolf Farms.
That's where it all started. So I want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. It'll probably be a really quick podcast because it was a really quick week. It went by in an instant.
And did we even have a weekend?
No. It just goes like that. So
Yeah.
other than the heat, the heat's up. So
The heat is on.
we become hermits then.
Yeah, no, I'm more outside than ever.
Yeah. You go cook, and then you come inside where you hopefully cool down, and
then I get to go cook again.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a heat wave out here on the west coast, and 106, 108 degrees, and it's supposed to be like that for the next couple weeks. It is summer. We do live in the desert, so I mean, no big surprise. It happens every year, but when it's happening, it really sucks. So what's on our list
I have
today?
farm happenings in the Coop, Squeal Like a Pig and Roundup.
All right. Well,
So farm happenings.
You found a friend.
Yeah. And if you've seen my Instagram, you saw my friend, Sneaky Snake. And,
Sneaky Snake.
was watering my garden and grapes and blackberry area, and you feel something staring at you, and
up and out the
hole he comes, and generally it's little mice that come out, and the chickens think yummy, and but that's the
he was thinking yummy, but he went in after him instead of waiting for him to come out. So it was not a poisonous one, which is fine. If I had been home, because I just got the text on my phone while I was out and about Saturday, it's like, I'm like, oh.
Well, I was going to move him, but I finished what I was doing, and then he had wandered off.
Yeah, so the snakes that are not poisonous, we usually just relocate out towards the back because they keep the rodent population down, and that's probably what he was doing up close to the house, but it is really close to the house. It's like right by our back bedroom door. And so, I would normally relocate them unless they're poisonous.
I start thinking, I hope they can't come up through the toilet.
No, they don't.
I don't want to be bitten on the butt.
There's no way they can get it.
But that would just be something. Yeah, that's out of
a horror film. Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on the farm. Maybe we should make our own
movie. Yeah. No, we have to bleep it out. We're we're not an explicit podcast, so we can't. We pretty much that X's out 50% of the dialogue from that movie.
I think that's the only word he knew in that movie.
Well,
although that word might slip out of my mouth if I saw that many snakes on a plane.
Well,
I'd just probably pass out.
Let's just put it this way: that is the quoted line from the movie. So I mean. Enough said. So that was about all the farm happenings that we had, other than the heat. We're making dehydrated veggies in our garden. Of course, I've got you a couple sprinklers that you can just turn on and leave them running as the temperature's on.
Yeah.
And then we have misters for all the animals, so that gets turned on, and so at least they get some sort of thing. Then we got all the shade trees. We got a lot of trees in there that they just kind of congregate around. So
I hose under them so it gets really, really wet and damp, and they can play in their holy muds.
Holy muds. But so it's all good. Like I said, everyone's got their place when it's this hot, and because it happens every year. It's just warm.
Except the pig, he hates water.
Yeah.
Never met a pig that hated water so much.
How many pigs have you met?
None, and I would never, ever, ever do that again.
Yeah.
I've learned
You learned your lesson, huh? Yeah, well,
they're not the cute little things that stay like that you see on the TV or in the Instagram.
Well, he was
pictures.
when we got him when he was a baby. He was cute, and
yeah.
he was nice up until you sprayed him with water.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't like you because they have memories like elephants. They remembers. The only one that can really do anything with him is me, because I go out and I talk with him and I pet on him and he'll lay down and let me love on him. But he's still,
he remembers I cooled him off.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those things that he's now become my pet, as much as he is not really a pet. He eats and he sleeps and he charges at you when you try and go in and do anything. So, and he now has his tusks. So
yeah,
so which makes it a little more of an issue if you go in there and he's having one of his episodes.
No, I don't even.
Yeah.
I keep the gate ready to close.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we keep the feed bowl right by the door. So, anyways. So, what's in your coop?
In the coop, not much this week because just haven't knitted much, and I've just been enjoying what I have been knitting when I do get the time, so I don't rush my knitting. I'm not a speed knitter. I don't do it to get it quick.
You do it for enjoyment.
Fun. Yeah. So I worked on my blanket for Jimmy. It's the Memory Blanket by Georgie Nicholson. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Size 3, double points. I do 40 stitches, 20 stitches on each needle, and here's 4 of them. These are all from Dana. You can see where the dicky-doos are. Those are the ones I've done. And then on this side. And it's so fun using these Regia and Opal because they come out. I love the little patterns. And she said it's like right by her. And this is a Volmisa one that she had sent. Did I say Dana? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know if I did. And I actually used this one twice in this, which I've never done in any of my blankets. But it's at both ends. But this was a really nice orange. And so
Jimmy loves orange.
Yeah,
That's
he
his
loves
favorite
orange.
So.
And it looks so cool with this one,
Tying it in.
Tying it in, yeah.
It's like a big old J for Jimmy.
Yeah. So, really fun. And I know I was asked if I knew how big the dorm beds are, because I know they're twin size, but they're longer twins, which I'm going to just still make this queen size as big as I can get, because he can fold it.
True.
So,
and he can use it
longer. Yeah. So it is going to go with him to school, but I'm not making it twin size. I'm going to just as big as it can get.
There you go.
Did that, and then I worked on my Wendy Sky shawl. It's like Etch-a-Sketch. That's what it reminded me. It's just not moving at all.
You got too much stuff loaded on it.
Yeah, not really. I took a bunch off. This is by Debbie Reese. It's a $5 pattern on Ravelry. And it has been so, the rows are long. And when you do the flower row, it's like, takes a long time because the stitch is odd. So it takes a little bit of time. There was one last night that I just kept trying. I just couldn't get that last stitch looped. Because once you go backwards, you got to loop it. She does have great pictures on her pattern to show you how to do it, but sometimes it's just like it doesn't want to work.
Especially late at night when you're running out of energy and focus.
Tired. I get maybe 2 rows at night, and that's it. So there's been 2 rows a night, so 14 rows maybe. And I'm using Solar Flare fibers in the Winter Rainbow. And I'm using Forbidden Woolery in her Pride New Moon colorway. And I have so much of this left. Look at that. Yeah. So I have one more repeat after one more big repeat with this after the pattern repeat I'm doing now with this. There's so much yarn here. I might extend this even though everything is bunched on my needles, but there's so much yarn there. And I know I could make heel toe cuff socks with it, but I thought, I don't know. Maybe once I get to that point, we'll see. Because see, it's really bunched, and I know this is like a 40 inch cable, Hiya size 5s. And so here is what, about the 14 rows. You can see my little dicky-do right there. You know, so not much, but it's so enjoyable.
Got to decide how to repurpose the rest of that if you want it longer. Because like I said, it's
even that stretched this way doesn't seem that big this way, because there's increases every row. So it's going to be super duper long this away. You know, I don't want to yank that right off the needles, but
now if you do a couple more repeats, it's going to drag on the floor behind you.
yeah, I'll have to kind of decide. I guess it would be kind of cool to have matching socks, but no one sees your socks really. So yeah, and it's getting to where it's not fitting in my mostly munchy bag too well. I shove it in there though.
Pack it in.
Pack it in. So then I did a little bit on my Granny Square sock yarn scrap blanket. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows on that. So, yeah, not too much, but I just do this every now and then. I just love this. Yeah. It's fun seeing all the patterns, and then you always want to, ooh, if I'll just get through my little wee ball and I can switch the color, and you know, it's kind of like striping socks.
Well, I know this whole week's been kind of busy with other stuff, like keeping animals cool, and not a lot of knitting or crocheting got done. But
yeah, and then when I do, I'm just wanting to sit and I either read a book or, you know.
Yeah, cool down. You got to cool down. You don't want to throw a heavy blanket on top of you and knit on it while you're after you come in from 108 degrees outside.
Yeah, and then I have done my spinning, and that is with Redfish Dye Works. 50% silk, 50% superfine merino. It's the tag. And it is, I just love spinning that. And that's going to be combined with the other Redfish Dye Works that I spun, and it'll be a 2-ply. And
very bright green.
Yeah, it's super bright. It's burn your eyes bright. So that'll look really cool combined with that other. It'll tone it down.
Blend well.
Yeah. So yeah. Cool. And that'll definitely have to be a shawl, because that'll be just, ooh.
Yeah, it's soft. Because the other one's got
yak and silk and merino. So, ooh.
I know that yak fiber's nice
Super
and soft.
Nice. Yep. So I didn't work on my what is that? My sweater, sport weight sweater. Yeah. I just haven't been in the mood. I'm wanting to. I really thought I could get that finished this week, but I didn't want to rush. I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, that's, like I said, knit for enjoyment.
Yeah. I thought I saw that all twisted up. I'm like, what is that?
Use it like a mirror, huh?
Yeah. So, Squeal Like a Pig. I got a package this week from Betts, and she's elizstitches on Ravelry, and she sent me isn't that beautiful card? Mm-hmm. Really pretty card.
And we'll stick that on our kitchen wall.
Mm-hmm. It does look like my kitchen. Mm-hmm. And then she sent a whole package of mini skeins. I mean, a ton. And she did it really neat, because she didn't have to put these in separate baggies, but maybe that's how she stores her yarn too, because I do that too sometimes. So it has, the tag, how many grams are in it, and
so had a lot of time to.
Yeah, which will be neat, because like trekking. I've never used trekking. You know, so each one is done separately like this. I've never even seen this brand. It's something German name, really pretty bright blue. So yeah, this whole bag is just done with all these, you know, that's a big one. I can use that a couple times. That's really pretty. It's a Malabrigo sock. I don't know what color that is. Can't, Maso, M-A-S-O. Just really pretty, and they were all done this. Oh, Jimmy will love that one. Oh, and that one, Socks That Rock. That's fun. I like knitting with that, Socks That Rock. That's fun. Although I've never made socks out of it.
Socks That
Socks
Rock.
That Rock. Yeah, I
Socks.
know. So yeah, super fun.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome additions to the blanket. So
Ooh,
I know.
what's that one? Storied yarns. Ooh, that one's really pretty too. In the robot dance. Oh, Wally, inspired by Wally. Oh, that's going to remind me of Warren. She loves Wally. Oh, there's a really big one. Cherry Tree Hill. So just super. Oh, I saw Show Me Yarn. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Oh no, that's the Highland Handmade. Slow motion. Yeah, I can't read. So yeah. Just really cool, Madeline Tosh. So, yep, it was super fun pulling these all out. And it'll be fun again, because, you know, as each time as I pull one out to
well, that'll give you another couple weeks of knitting on that blanket. So.
Yeah, because I'm like, I have one more left of Dana's. And so, but those are going to go into your blanket, because once I use them, I put them into another bag, which goes towards his blanket.
This way there's not too many duplicates.
Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome.
Super cool.
That was nice.
Big old bag, yeah. That was really sweet. From Chicago.
Yeah.
I have family in Chicago.
And now you have yarn from Chicago.
And now yarn. Now I'm getting all tongue twisted. So round up. Told you this is going to be quick. Have we even made
17 minutes.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's because I blabber.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. They like you blabber.
Yeah, I get to blabber.
Yeah.
So round up, we have our summer sport weight sweater cowl, and that is knitting a sweater, adult sweater, in sport weight yarn, and that is hosted by the Rusted Stitch and Show Me Yarn. Rusted Stitch is donated an awesome bag as a prize, and Show Me Yarn has a coupon code for the full 3 months of the knit along. It's SSKAL10, and that's 10% off their sport weight Cyclone base. So that's really, really cool.
That's right.
And they got tons through August 31st. Tons of colorways for that.
Yeah.
It's like I want one of each.
Yeah. Sweaters quantity.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Boy, I would be styling, wouldn't I? Man. So we also have our spring hatch in it, and that ends next week.
It's, ending on Thursday as well.
Yep, and that we have prizes, Wolfe Farms soap and lotion. We have a mini sock blocker kit. We have Studio in the Green sock bag. And yeah.
So hurry up. Get to finish up your projects before the end of the month and get those entered in, and we'll close the thread Thursday, and then have the pick for next podcast. Ooh, so join us for next week where we'll be giving away prizes. So I want to remind you, we still will have our free Wolfe Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolfe Farms till Thursday. So you still have an opportunity to get one of those for free. Just ask for that in the comments section when you're checking out, and we'll be happy to throw that in for you. Like I said, last chance to shop at Wolfe Farms is this week. So if you're needing to stock up, this is the last chance. So I think that's about it.
You acted like you almost knew something there.
I was like,
what'd you remember?
You'll find out next week. So, no, I think we're good.
Trouble has sat here by his leg this whole time, just staring.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's still here.
Yeah, he sits there and bites on my arm until I pet him, and then I pet him, and he'll sit there and stare at me, and then if I'm not paying enough attention to him, he'll bite on my arm some more.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
Until next time.
let's get cracking,
And
hatching it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bark, 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 bark.